Okay, so I know I'm a little late to the party, but then ever since I heard the news, I've been a little shook about this. So I wanted to, I guess, just express all the thoughts in my head right now. Um, Firstly, my sincere condolences to Toriyama-san's family and friends, all the people who knew him. Uh, it's a great loss, and Dragon Ball has been a part of my childhood, and I'm still so in love with the franchise. And yeah, I guess mm, I haven't thought of what to say. I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind right now. I don't prepare scripts or anything like that. I just want to talk. This is just like a normal conversation. um okay, how about this? I'm just gonna talk about, I guess, Dragon Ball, all of it, whatever I like, and maybe that way I don't know, appreciate the work that Toriyama-san left behind. So, starting with OG Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, by the way, I've seen OG Dragon Ball. I've seen Z, GT, Kai, Super, even Super Hero. I've read the manga. I've read the Super manga. I've watched all the original Z movies, Super movies. I've seen basically everything. So I'm all caught up. I am very excited for Dragon Ball Daima. But yeah, moving on. OG Dragon Ball. When I first started watching the show, initially, I did wonder how the hell did this get called the father of shonen anime, right? Because I was not into Z yet, and I had just started OG Dragon Ball. I was like 8 episodes in, and there was that episode where Goku sends the uh, rabbit to the moon, right? And I was like, this is a little silly, right? But then we got to episode, I think it was 10 or 11 or something, when the ape is revealed, right? And I was like, oh damn, okay, something is happening. And ever since then I kind of got hooked. I don't know why. Like, I love OG Dragon Ball for all its goofy moments. Comedy was peak, I think. I was laughing. I was enjoying the martial arts, like all the focus on martial arts, the tournaments. I was really enjoying that. I liked how different every character was from each other. And the best thing that I like about OG Dragon Ball is that we get to discover the Dragon Ball world through Goku's eyes, because he himself is discovering everything. He was just a boy in the woods who did not know anything about the world. So as he's learning everything, we are learning everything, right? And that was amazing. And I've heard that a lot of people skip OG Dragon Ball. They don't watch it. Most people started watching from Z, and some people still haven't seen OG Dragon Ball. And I really recommend it. You guys should watch it. It brings so much life and essence to the Dragon Ball universe and the franchise as a whole. So highly recommended. Please watch OG Dragon Ball. Now we move on to the big juicy Dragon Ball Z. Uh, you know, what do I say? Super Saiyans, buff people yelling power ups, fighting, gore. It was okay. Dragon Ball Z was like every teenage boy's dream, like, right? And I thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. And the best, okay, uh, one thing I realized is a lot of people think that Dragon Ball is just a show about fighting, but as someone who has seen it all, I there is so much more than that. Dragon Ball teaches you about love, about forgiveness, about kindness, about family, about there are so many deeper themes that Dragon Ball, even Z, actually have. And I know that there are all those memes about, Goku leaving his family, stuff like that. And I get that those are valid points. But at the same time, people tend to ignore how much he actually cares for his family. There are so many moments in Z, even Super, where you actually see him think about his family and react to a certain way based on how his family is feeling, or what state his family is in. Okay, and so yeah, I really don't have much more to say about Z. It introduced so many new concepts, the Saiyans, the transformations, The fusions. Oh yeah, let's move to the fusions. The fusions were amazing, right? And along with Z came all the Z movies and stuff, right? And I watched all of them. I enjoyed all of them. And then after finishing Z, I decided to watch Kai because I was told that it's just Z without the filler. And I liked Kai also because it had better voice acting, animation looked crisp, things were good, Kai was nice. And then finally, after finishing Kai, I was at that point where Dragon Ball Super had started, right? Dragon Ball Super was somewhere around its Universe 7 versus Universe 6 arc. I think that's where it was when I finished Kai. And I had to decide between watching Dragon Ball Super first or Dragon Ball GT first. And people kept telling me that, GT is non canon now, Super is the actual continuity, Super takes place before GT anyway, so better to watch Super first. I didn't listen to them because I did some research. I figured out that GT was, Toei Animation's baby. And I was like almost about to not watch it, but then I saw this interview where Toriyama basically gave his blessings to GT, right? So I thought, you know what? The man said it. Yeah, I mean, the big man gave his blessings, so you know what? Might as well check it out. I watched GT, and I am, and the first arc was bad. I will admit, first arc, the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, was kind of bad. But I love the fact that they went back to their OG roots about adventure and traveling. I really enjoyed that, and I loved how they mixed a bit of Z in it. Like the fights with Rildo and like that machine mutant part. That little arc was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. But the rest of the Black Star saga with the three brothers dancing and all, I didn't like that. And then we went into Baby. Okay, fun fact, I still consider Baby to be one of the best arcs in all of Dragon Ball. Fight me if you want, I don't care. The Baby Saga is mwah, it's peak. It's the best. Best Dragon Ball has been in a long time. And obviously, Super Saiyan 4, best transformation, nothing goes above that. I mean, sure, you can say Ultra Instinct goes beyond that. But Ultra Instinct is a very, very, very good addition. Very good transformation as well. I really love it. But I still like Super Saiyan 4 way more. And GT, I would say that Toei Animation did GT justice, honestly. Aside from the Black Star saga, there was the other sagas I actually was quite into it and I enjoyed them. And I watched GT sub, right, not dub, and I realized that sub is the way to watch it because dub has a lot of inconsistencies. The Dragon Ball dub is amazing, like no doubt. I watched Dragon Ball dub. I usually watch dub, but when it comes to GT, you must watch the sub because the dub changes things that and the dub actually, if you watch the dub, it kind of leaves you a little bit confused about the themes, the messages, what GT as a show is trying to tell you. You miss that if you don't watch it in sub because the translations are also a little different. The seven shadow dragons, especially Omega Shenron, Sin Shenron, right? In the sub, he's not like this guy who just craves destruction. In the sub, he's more like a he's evil, yes, but he's like a wise being who's trying to teach Goku that you cannot keep relying, the world cannot keep relying on the Dragon Balls. Like, you can't just get anything you want. It's like how you say now, like, you keep saying that death has no consequence in Dragon Ball. Well, GT tells you that it does. Because you can't just continuously keep wishing people back. There's consequences to your actions. GT teaches you that. GT also teaches you. GT actually goes more into Goku's love for his family, and you see that through Pan. Even though a lot of people find Pan annoying, she was a little annoying at first, but then I realized she has played the role that she was supposed to play. She is the catalyst that pushes Goku GT was good. I really like GT. Yeah, the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, no, but the rest I really do like it. Moving on to modern Dragon Ball with Dragon Ball Super. This was this was fun. I would come back from school every day, watch a new episode of Dragon Ball Super, and then it was fun until I obviously caught up to it, and then after I caught up to it, it would be one episode every Sunday, and I caught up to it like around the time when the Tournament of Power started. So I was like, I it was fun. Imagine coming home from school, turning on the TV to watch an episode of Dragon Ball Super, a new episode, and it's about the Tournament of Power. Isn't that amazing? I like a lot of things that Super did, but um, there's also a few things that I did not like about Super, but then that changed quickly because okay, so what happened is I kind of realized that so this was around the time when a lot of people were saying that GT is non-canon, right? Uh, and for a while I actually believed it was non-canon because I thought Super was the new continuity, everything is fine, all good. But then I realized that Toriyama never really stated anywhere that it's non-canon. He just called it a grand side story. He gave it his blessings. He was the one who actually designed Kid Goku, Pan, and Trunks, and some of the worlds that they go to during the Black Star Saga. So he did not have that much involvement, but he did have some part in it, and he gave the show its blessings, like his blessings, and he never said it was non-canon. Even to this day, he never said it was non-canon, and I think we should all respect that. I don't think we should debate over this, which is better, which is not. I just think that we should embrace Dragon Ball for what it is. And this might sound a little controversial, but then because Toriyama-san never really explicitly stated that GT is non-canon, because he never did that, I like to think that Dragon Ball is nothing but a bunch of continuities. You can call it alternate timelines, alternate dimensions, right? Because if you really think about it, Super also has some inaccuracies. Like lately in Superhero also, you saw that Super Goku is not as mature as Z Goku, and Super Goku is relearning all the lessons that Goku learned in OG Dragon Ball, right? So, and he also acts a little stupid at times. You gotta admit, he does that a lot. So then you wonder why is Goku acting this way, right? And obviously, Super also retconned a few things, and you can say the same thing about GT as well, because GT doesn't exactly line up with everything that happened in the manga either. Because like GT had some elements from the Z movies as well, which never really took place in the main anime or the main manga. That is when I realized it's just different continuities. GT is one universe, Super is another universe, and hell, guess what? Super Dragon Ball Heroes, also another universe, because Toei Animation has created that. If Toei Animation created GT, and Toei Animation created Super Dragon Ball Heroes, right? Then definitely, and you see Super Saiyan 4 and Ultra Instinct and all the super forms, all of them together in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Technically, there is some universe where all this is happening, and that's how I like to see it because I want to appreciate all of Dragon Ball, and I do that because I respect Akira Toriyama for creating this franchise, this IP, which encourages people to, go beyond, push past their limits. It teaches them to work hard. It teaches them to love your family. It teaches you so many lessons. And Dragon Ball truly is the father of all anime. I can't wait for Dragon Ball Daima. I can't. Because it's the last thing that he ever made. So I want all of us to watch it. Yeah, one more thing. A lot of people are wondering what about the future of Dragon Ball, right? So obviously, everyone knows that Toriyama san had an apprentice, Toyotaro, right? And Toyotaro, he found Toyotaro because of Dragon Ball AF. Toyotaro, when he was known as Toyable, created one of the Dragon Ball AF fan manga, Like his version at least is the one that became the most popular. His version is the one that Toriyama-san saw, and Toriyama-san decided to, you know, mentor Toyotaro-san. And a lot of people think that Toyotaro might not be able to live up to the standards of Toriyama-san, but I think Dragon Ball is in good hands because the Dragon Ball AF manga is amazing. Toriyama-san, for the past 5-6 years, if you really think about it, has taught Toyotaro-san how to Dragon Ball, and that's why I really think that I am not worried about Dragon Ball's future because it's in good hands, and I will continue to watch all the new stories that Toyotaro-san comes up with because I believe he is the true successor of Toriyama. I really think that Toriyama-san fully thought it through before making the decision whether he wants Toyotaro-san to be his apprentice or not. So I'm going to respect his choice. I'm going to continue loving Dragon Ball. I'm looking forward to more and more. And I would like to end this by saying rest in peace once again, Toriyama-san. Uh, if you might be on Snake Way right now, going to King Kai's planet to learn how to do the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb, right? And yeah, I really hope you, whichever world you may be in right now, I hope you continue to spread the joy that you have spread in ours. Love and peace.